Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Longhorns will kick this deep to get us going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Hand off to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. The backs got it. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss. It sets up a 4th down.
And the coverage team able to bring him down. First down here for this offense. Testing the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quick throw, the catch is made. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Longhorns begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. And now they'll run it on the draw. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Okay, ready?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
42 spot.
Grab behind the line. It's Leon. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
A couple things that really stood out to me here, Chris, on this nice play by the corner. Awareness to be able to see the wide receiver screen, and then the willingness to get involved and run support and make the tackle. Great play.
And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas. Strong game by this quarterback.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Comes back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught, completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. He started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws, and Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Great move in the open field. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Nice job here by this back picking up a 1st down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Garner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. And they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Got the 1st down, now looking for more. Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score: Texas 7, Oregon 0.
Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter.
Texas.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Pressure is coming. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And there's the handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And the pass is incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Ducks offense retakes the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. The quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Okay.
2nd down after that previous play.
Moves.
And the quarterback dropping back. Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And they go with a short shovel pass. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
PAT puts him in front by 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back in motion now. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Getting set. Here's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the ball is picked off. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Leon. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Man, put a star next to that play. It's like the linebacker knew the ball was going to be going to this receiver, so it's the instincts and then it's the awareness and the athletic ability to be able to bring down a wide receiver for a loss like that.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Bringing pressure. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made by the tight end. Makes the grab, and that's a nice gain, but it's going to be short of that marker.
Now, a 4th down.
On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
First down, Texas.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side on the toss. Breaks loose at the 40. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Finds his man. It's Leon. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
That's a big sack by this defense here on 1st down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a 1st and goal situation.
After a disastrous first down play, they're backed up on 2nd and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, Texas.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Complete with the running back. But can he get there? And the defense brings him down. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Should be automatic. The field goal is good. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to get us going in the second half.
Texas.
This one will be fair caught. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
for the offense.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're first and goal.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
The quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that 1st down? Great job by the D.
Field goal try, no good, he missed it. After the miss, they're still down by 10.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
Toss play to the outside. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Taken down, but not before he makes the 1st down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away.
24, Texas.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
It's the running tackle on the play at the 29-yard line. And a 1st down for the offense.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to throw it again. It's an out route. The catch made. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun, looking for the wideout. And he throws his third interception of the day.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 24, Oregon 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Here we go.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Throws it to the right. He pulls in the catch. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play call? Up big, fourth quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. I think they're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's second down here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
The tight end has got it. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
You know, the thing that's really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. Now, they've gotten some yardage out of the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the quarterback a chance to be able to throw the football. He's been able to throw the football into the end zone. Now they're just looking to put on the finish.
Touchdown, Longhorns. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away.
Texas.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Nice throw, caught for a completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Brings up 4th down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. As a design quarterback keeper. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle up at the 44. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running.
Good enough for first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. It's a quick grab. And he's got it. The 2-point conversion cuts the lead to 16, a 2-score game.
And makes the score. Texas 31, Oregon 15.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
That's a kickoff.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Offense takes the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's across the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job of containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters. Well, I don't think the offensive line gave them back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So the win streak continues.